Hey, welcome back to another episode. We're going to get right into the intro because we don't feel like doing an intro.
Ready, baby? Come
Let's
on.
Go.
It's
coffee time, baby! Ow!
Ow!
Welcome back to Zane and Heath. Today, we brought the one and only Jordan Ong back
Welcome
on the podcast.
Hello.
Ow! And you know why we're bringing Jordan back? Because he has
Another insane story that I'm excited to hear.
Because he always gets himself in these situations. I don't know if Jordan is he attracts these type of
He's
things.
prone to disaster.
Yeah, and that's good because we can share this with with all of you, and it's going to be a fucking great one.
Let's do it, baby. You ready, Jordy?
Yeah. Jordan, you're going to have to fix your shirt.
Yeah. Nipples out.
Thank you. You can actually go back to the first YouTube video I did when we moved out to LA, and the cut was like up here.
In that shirt?
Yeah, in the shirt. It just got cut down.
Do you just get stressed and you just
no,
rip
it's
it
just
every
like
time?
In the laundry, it is getting cut and cut and cut. I have a tank top that split at the side, so it's like two blankets.
Have you tried sewing it?
Jordan, yeah, you have a
haven't.
$3,000 sewing machine. You could easily just stitch that back up to where it was.
I enjoy the look of it. I like the natural look of it.
You like the DV?
I do, but also right now I'm in my festival fits. This is like the same fit I wore when I went to the festival.
Got it.
And we're going to get into this because I think everybody in this room and in our friend group was sending each other Jordan stories.
I've sent that to like 3 different people, just dying of laughter. Because first of all, I saw the video before, like for a few seconds before I saw your name, and I was just like, what a disaster. And then I look up at your name, I'm like, oh my God, he was so excited for this festival.
So,
it looked like Firefest. Like it was like it was
worse.
terrible. Or Burning Man. Remember when everybody was like straight
Yes.
that's what it like looked like I was experiencing on the story.
So a few episodes ago, what was it? Maybe like 3-4 episodes ago, Jordan left early to go on this trip to Elements Fest, right? Elements?
Elements, yeah.
Oh, and he got all 4 elements in that
He
festival.
was in it the whole time.
Water,
Wind.
fire,
I said air, wind,
Air
breeze.
Breeze. So Jordan ended up, that nipple is staring at me.
Jordan.
We were watching the stories and just dying. And we've been wanting to talk about this. Mariah and I have been waiting to hear about it and holding it until we could record it because I know it's going to be insane. Jordan has a lot of unseen footage and stories and BTS of this trip. And
You
I'm
have
super
unseen footage?
Unseen.
How has it not been posted yet? Was it that like bad? Was it crazy?
It's unseen by you guys, though.
Oh, okay.
and everybody watching.
Okay, so Jordan, please tell us about this experience. Terrible experience. I don't know if it was fun or not, but it didn't look
No,
fun.
it was honestly a great experience. And there's a running, like, during the experience, during the hurricane,
Hurricane.
my roommate came up to me and, or she texted me and she said, of all the photos we took, you're the only one smiling in all of them.
I see you being
disaster.
You're just literally in your element. Like you thrive in situations like
You're
that.
just happy to be there. It's an experience. And I think we're all attracted to, like, when we travel, we complain about disastrous situations, but we end up just like taking that moment and just making the best out of it and like having fun still. So I think that's what Jordan was doing, which
it's
makes
a good
sense.
memory. It's a good story. Nothing, if things run smoothly and perfectly, it's like, okay, that was fun. But like when it goes wrong and you got something funny to look back and laugh at, it just makes it all the better.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like that.
It's just from day one to like the day I left was crazy. Like just insane. So I'm just going to start from the beginning.
Okay. How many days were you there?
I think I was there for 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
It felt like the whole summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much happened.
This is the facial hair I've had since the festival. Like I grew it out at the festival to fit in, and then I
3 days
had it.
And you don't want to get rid of it. It's like a souvenir now.
It's my story now.
Okay. Okay. So tell your truth.
Okay. So, I fly into the Poconos, which is Mariah's hometown. Which this was my first time.
When you can't afford to be Mykonos.
No.
That was really good. That was funny.
It's funny because they're both windy cities.
Oh,
Airy cities. Air One cities.
Air One.
It's very confusing for Hispanic people because
Air One.
Is it Pocono
Oh,
or
right.
is it Poconos?
No, it's not just the you being Hispanic.
Okay.
I see why it's confusing, but it is called the Pocono Mountains, but we call it we're going to the Poconos.
The Poconos.
So Jordan, if you know the Poconos, you know that like you're like, oh, we're going to the Poconos. Jordan kept saying, I love the Pocono. I love the Pocono.
the Pocono.
So I corrected him. I was like, I'm glad you're excited, but throw the S on there. And now he's like, Poconos.
Right. Hey, get rid of that.
Like if you look on the map, it says Pocono Mountains.
Yeah.
Okay, so
there's different areas, but
Pocono,
as a whole,
Pocono Raceway. And I was like, what is going on?
yeah.
She just told me Poconos. And now I don't know what to say to people.
it's the Poconos because there's so many different parts of it to explore.
Comment Poconos.
So
The
it's kind of
Poconos.
like the Rocky Mountains, but you'd be like, I'm going to the Rockies.
Oh, do you do that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you do that?
Oh, do you do that?
Oh, you do that?
Hey, you do that?
Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
we're going to the Rockies.
Yes.
So it's the
that.
Poconos.
It's
I
that.
thought it was very wholesome. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
I would have
But,
called it the Pocono too.
The Pinocchio.
Way down in Pocono.
Aruba.
I was going through mental revelations when I realized like I was in Pennsylvania, like the Mayflower Forest. So I'm looking in the forest. So I'm like, so this is where we landed. Like this is where we are the entire time. Like feeling like a first American settler. So I could not help but right when we landed, I just wandered through the forest, which is everywhere. Every single backyard
Yeah.
has a like 3-acre forest that you can go into.
So the festival is pretty close to where you landed.
It is at the
We
Pocono.
landed in the festival.
Well, it's at the Pocono Raceway,
Okay.
which is, I think, like
But your plane landed in Newark.
then in Newark, and then we had it. Okay, yeah. Before we start, my roommate Savannah got me this trip, so she'd shout out to her.
Shout out to
and
Sav.
Thank you so much. Her art was at
Trippy
the festival.
draws.
Trippy draws, and we had a driver at the airport ready to take us to the Poconos.
Sick.
Yeah,
What'd the
so-
sign say?
There was no sign. It was just a text. He just texted us when he was like at the gate.
Damn.
But I wish.
It's her art. Like it's just like that'd be pretty sick.
That is actually pretty
You need to
sick.
go above and beyond. You got to do this.
Okay, so we're out of her house, and she made me a package because we're camping for the and I the entire time I'm just like kind of thinking things are going to be provided. I don't know why I had that in my head.
Yeah.
Jordan, you
But-
think that a lot.
Somebody's gonna pick up some slack.
Just thought.
Right, that's the amount of shit I pack when I'm going to your house for the day.
Seriously.
Yeah, and then when you leave, the wrappers are all over the place.
No, I leave half of them in the fridge.
I'll pick it up 3 months later.
I packed as much as Zane would pack to
Yeah.
just go
Yeah.
to your house, to just one night visit to your house.
Oh yeah, didn't Jordan pack all this?
She made me like a care package to bring to the campsite. She's like, I know he doesn't have anything. It's a 12-pack of Red Bull,
Perfect.
That's good.
Twizzlers, gummy bears, candy, everything I needed. Listerine to brush my teeth.
Yes.
Just a bunch of useful stuff.
As
Listerine to brush
opposed to
I left half the care package at home.
No.
So when we actually went, I didn't even have it. So that I was
Jordan.
already suffering from that.
I
But
know he just brought the candy.
Yeah, he scooped all the candy
I
out.
did have the candy. What I left was like the blankets.
The important
God.
shit.
My
I got-
jacket.
Yeah,
My
Jordan, me and you
essentials?
both.
Okay, so we had to wait in line to get our tickets. I guess it's similar to Coachella. I don't know how that is, but you have to.
There's like a will call area.
yes.
What's out of a tree?
The
Like it's a zip line.
the festival started in line. I will just say that every single car just on turbo. Everyone with spinning disc. This is just waiting for the line. 4 hours in line.
Oh.
No, my God.
We eventually get the ticket. I also, during the line, I wandered into the forest because we had like our things, and I found a porcupine, a dead porcupine.
Oh.
Never ever saw one like alive, dead. Like this is first time seeing a porcupine.
Yeah.
Millions of quills scattered, and I took a quill. I like.
Oh, you
I,
had
You're talking about
one.
the
lost it at
spike.
the
The
festival.
spike.
Yes,
You
lost
lost
it
it?
at the festival.
Oh, you're
How
never
sh-
gonna live
I
that
know.
down.
How sharp was
like
it?
The work. It was. They are crazy.
It's crazy
It's a
how
sewing needle.
it could be sharper than sharp. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
no, like no. There's a certain blade that's like the sharpest in the world, but it's like how is it sharper than like a needle? You know what I mean? Like how is
yeah.
it sharper?
Sharper than sharp.
Yeah,
Sharper image.
it's crazy.
Like how you can get a like a splinter from a dog hair.
Yeah,
How's that possible?
it doesn't make sense.
Apparently, I think they are like microscopically barbed. So like when
Yeah,
when
they're backwards.
They're backwards.
Yeah.
So once it goes in, you can't like pull it
You
out.
can pull it out, but
just
you're gonna have
rips.
stuff.
That's how
in
it
you
gets
that
stuck in you.
hurts, and it gets
Damn.
stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's crazy how like these were created to like
It's so
it doesn't
insane.
to defend themselves. It's crazy.
It was so sharp that it went through my bag and fell out because I put it in my bag.
Should have put it in your hat.
Yeah,
you
that
should
would've
have put
been
it in your
cool.
skin. That
would've
wouldn't
been
have come out.
sick. So we got the ticket, and that like 4-hour wait turned into like another 3-hour wait in the car now, though.
So your first day is just gone.
First day is gone, yeah, which, to be fair, this is Thursday. It's like a pre-night. The
Got
actual
it.
festival is like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay,
like
okay,
3
okay.
days. So this is like you set up camp to go the next day. Yeah. So something very cool is that the car wait was in the NASCAR. Like you're waiting in the NASCAR raceway.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
all the cars, so like it's like 5 lanes of cars.
Oh,
but
you're literally on the
we're
racetrack.
on the racetrack. Like that.
That's
That picture
sick.
is on the racetrack. But you're living a dream and a nightmare because you're going not race speed. It was the slowest thing ever because they had dogs checking every single car.
Was it like bomb dogs or drug dogs?
Drug dogs. Yeah. Well,
That got rid of 80% of the
hold on.
Turn around.
Well, no. These drug people are just like I just don't know what they're thinking. Like they know that, so they put these things on like the bottom of their coolers, like stacked with Lunchables and fruit. Like you would have to like
Smart.
take so much, then they
Yeah.
close it in. Like the dog isn't gonna smell that.
Yeah.
But like they do, they're thinking. So
That's what he did. He put it under his Lunchables.
You know what I've
That
done?
was-
I
that
would
was
have
his
put I would
plan.
have put raw meat on the top and
the
then
dog
the
to-
shit on
yeah.
the bottom. Yeah.
there were, I believe there were weapon and gun dogs. I
Okay.
actually think that was the primary focus.
Wait, I'm sorry. Gun dogs?
Bomb dogs.
Oh, bomb dogs.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that
They
was.
smell like the powder.
I don't know what they do, but I want to say that was like the primary focus.
Yeah.
But I think in reality, the primary focus was probably drugs to see how many people they can get at that time. Because technically, the cops aren't allowed into the raceway
Yeah.
because it's private property. So
Got it.
This is like the last checkpoint they have before they do that.
You know what? Pennsylvania is probably. I'm guessing the drug laws are like really intense. Maybe.
Yes, they are. Like you can't buy cannabis or you can't.
Oh,
like, there's a lot,
okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
All right.
It's illegal there.
Yeah.
So
I had no idea.
yeah, I mean, fact checked us, but I was pretty sure. Not
I
that-
think it's
because
I
know
think it's
people-
medicinal in
Medicinal,
Pennsylvania now, but it's
medicinal.
not recreational.
It's not recreational.
Because I feel like I've seen when we go to visit your parents, I feel like I've seen like weed med shop type things.
Yeah, they have them. But remember the one? It doesn't advertise weed like the banners out front. It's advertising like kava.
and so it advertises kava and also what's the
CBD?
No, it's weed, but it's a legal
Delta 8.
Delta 8.
Wait, what the
weed.
hell is Delta 8?
So you get
It's a
high from it,
synthetic,
but it's not THC. Like,
You know the back of those stores have some.
yeah,
okay, well, let's get some Delta in this motherfucker. We're going to do it next month.
You know what? It's what you'd get in Florida if you wanted.
from a gas station.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to talk about how like the festival's set up.
Yeah.
Super, super cool. Like you got a car and then you get a tent next to your car. So everyone has a different build out. Like
Okay.
some people are camping on top of their cars with the car tent. Some
Yep.
people are like have like huge like double spaced lots, setting up stores. And there's
Oh.
a huge economy inside of this festival that only revolves around trading. no cash.
It's on a bartering system.
It's on a barter system.
I'll give that to them. I think the people that go to these like forest festivals, I think they're like campers. Like they know what's going on. People that are going to Coachella, they're never camping. That's probably the only time they're camping.
Oh, it felt like very experienced.
Cool.
That's sick.
It's like Burning Man people. It's like they know how to make it look cool.
The Burning Man people that like survived that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because we also did have our fleas from this as well after the disaster.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool setup. The economy system was really, really strange because you never traded for work. Like, not necessarily, but you didn't have to. I'm just saying, like,
Building people's sense.
you could get an Xbox 360 and leave like sunglasses.
What?
Like that's how the trade system worked. The baskets were open with
love
no
that.
one looking. No one's
Interesting. It was on like the
monitoring.
honor system.
It's an honor system. So
Wow.
you're supposed to give something of equal value from taking something of equal value.
Got
Right.
it.
But like there's so many people that don't. So it's just a kind of a free for all.
Did they have a
Cool.
bunch of like honor coolers where like people would give out drinks for free?
Yes, thousands of
I love that.
Yeah, that's
water
good.
was given out, and also you would have loved this, Mariah. They did a poker or blackjack when it's 21.
Blackjack.
Blackjack. But your bet was something on you.
Oh my god.
Oh,
that's
strip
so
poker!
cool.
I love that game.
That's
Like an
really
earring.
cool.
So yeah,
hat.
Savannah was telling me the entire time, like, bring so many stuff because you're gonna give them out, and I didn't realize what she was saying. But
Oh, you had so many
Yeah,
things.
He puts one Smartie.
I basically that's all I had.
He has the porcupine.
the quill.
The quill.
But at the
Imagine how excited Mariah'd be like, "Oh, I love this game." She loses her shirt. And she's like,
This isn't me. This isn't me.
I'm usually really good at this game.
That's
I really liked the not spending money system that they.
I really like that.
I really like that too.
The actual like fans.
This seems like such an it could be just me. I've never heard of
Me
this
neither.
festival. It seems so
not
underrated.
It was not popular until this is like was the year it got popular. Savannah said like no one went last year.
That's sick.
Yeah, super muddy, ridiculously muddy, but
Very Illuminati.
yeah, it was for sure, absolutely.
People are definitely being sacrificed there, but
Savannah and her cousins set up this like really nice tent. I mean, we set up like we're staying for the 3 days.
She's
And
also from Pennsylvania.
she's also from
What
Pennsylvania.
Is she from that
The Poconos.
side?
Yeah.
Oh, she's from
We
the
went to
Poconos.
her house.
Oh,
like, in
cool.
there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
So-
really
sick. Okay.
It was really cool because I got to like see what you've been it is different to just talk about it and to see it is
Yeah.
like totally two different things. Like
It's not what you like in your head. What you think about Pennsylvania
well,
was not what I
it
like
was
thought.
felt like home because it was drizzling when I got
the
there.
rain.
I
So
can't wait to
it
visit
was-
there one day.
The Florida in me was like feeling the moisture from that rain and just sucking it. I was outside in the rain for like 3 hours.
Like a sponge.
I'm loving every second.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, BetterHelp.
What's something you'd love to learn? As an adult, do you make time to learn new things as often as you'd like, or was that lost in your childhood?
Kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity. What's something you'd like to learn? Maybe gardening, a new language, or maybe how to finally beat your best friend in bowling.
Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because your back to school era can come at any age.
Exactly. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and is designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
And it's super simple. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
And if you're ready to rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp, all you have to do is visit betterhelp.com/Zane and Heath today, and you're going to get 10% off your first month.
Exactly. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Zane and Heath.
Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you, and thank you for helping everybody watching.
First night at the festival, we set up camp really, really elegantly. Everyone does set up for like, they're staying for 3 days.
Yeah.
We're buckling in hard. So we have like things on the wall, things in pockets and pouches, like cereal boxes out, like Mariah moving into a new house, like and unpacking on the first day, and half the house is done. Like we that's like what we did. And then the ramblings just start because it's drizzling already, and everyone's like, so what's the rain tomorrow? What's it looking like? I hear someone says 3 inches. Like I hear 3 inches. I'm like, 3 inches is a lot. Like
It's huge.
Yeah, it's a lot of
like,
rain.
A lot. And I'm looking at the ground. I'm like
Did you feel like you're the only one like worried about this and freaking out?
A little bit.
I love that it's rain or shine.
A little bit. Yeah, it's a rain or shine event. So the event was not going to get canceled.
You're sleeping on the ground.
A tent on the ground, 3 inches of rain.
That's terrifying.
The whole thing's flooded.
Like, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
The city's
All of a
gone.
sudden, you're in the tent. You're like,
It's a waterbed.
But you have to. I'm just guessing a lot of people have not been to a hurricane, and also in their defense, like we also have the same thing in Florida where we get all these warnings and it's a category 5, and then it just like kills Naples and misses us.
Yeah.
But
it was
like,
a legitimate hurricane, or it was just a storm.
It was the hurricane left over from Florida.
Oh my god!
Like the lingering, like I think it was
How it goes up the coast.
Like the outskirts of the hurricane.
yeah. So
right?
20.
Hits like Florida and then like rides the coast.
That's why
it.
we always compare like Katrina and Sandy. Like we got hit really hard, so I'm always like I can't even imagine Florida because that's just
'Cause
the
we got
back
it
end.
first.
Of
Yeah.
it.
She's getting the back end. Yeah. So we were like, I want to say 24 to 18 mile per hour winds, which
It's a lot.
is a lot for it's like a category 1 winds for tents.
I mean, for a tent, that's
crazy.
That's category 10 for a tent.
Yeah. We're actually really lucky. Like it was not just a little bit stronger because it would have been totally annihilated. But
I mean, it looked like it was.
all right, so
horrible.
first night, it's like it is coming down. It's starting to come down around like 7:00, and we actually do like one pre-night at the festival, and like everyone, the spirits are high. You would never think that like an apocalypse is gonna happen tomorrow. Like you wouldn't think that. Like the music
gods were having fun too. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was raining, and like the DJ was like, "Fuck it up!" Like they were there. Like it was a really like people were positive.
And that's why they never cancel this shit, like because of weather, because like the people that go don't care.
Yes.
It's like, well, wait, why should I have done that?
11:00, it's starting to come down. I actually was doing a Heath, and I was going around taking pictures of the tents because they look so cool with the lights on at night. It looked incredible. Started coming down at midnight. I'm back in my tent. This is where the hurricane. This is chapter 1.
Chapel Run.
My tent is like I think like 14 inches above the ground, and so I put all my stuff on my bed. So my entire floor, like I'm just expecting to wake up because the hurricane was supposed to make landfall at 7 a.m.
Okay.
So everyone had a great like night. So we're waking up 7 a.m. and I'm not joking. It just like from a switch. It was the calm before the storm. Like the tent was silent.
I can't
Let's see
even
it.
play it.
This is what I woke up to.
Jordan, this is
I want you to
your legs.
understand.
Jordan.
That is about to rip out of the ground with you in it.
Jordan, I'm surprised you didn't fly
Jordan,
out.
you have twinkle lights in the tent.
It was my only lamp.
Christmas lights.
It was my
Jordan
only
with
lamp.
his feet trying to keep
Okay.
trying to keep it
The
together.
legs are crazy.
Yeah.
Jordan, good thing you had so much shit in there because definitely you would have flown out with it.
This looks like a shipwreck. Like
I want you guys to imagine this happening to everyone outside at the exact same time. It just hit. A storm just hit.
Yeah.
What were you hearing? Like, were people saying things, yelling, or was everyone
The
like?
wind was so loud,
Oh,
you could hear
man.
wind and screams. Like,
Oh my-
it was bad. It was bad. And
Oh my god.
okay, so
Lake
most
Pocono.
people woke up to this storm because we partied until like 1 a.m. Like it was raining, but like people were up until that time.
As you should.
And I doubt most people got sleep. And a lot of people apparently at like 4 to 5 a.m. were already having to like move their tents to somewhere else because like the water just muddied up. Okay, so this whole morning from I think 7 to maybe like 3 o'clock, you cannot tell what time it is outside if you didn't look at your phone because it is just blackness over
Yeah.
the
man.
Poconos. Like,
And this is day 2 right now.
this is technically it's day 1.
Oh, day 1.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my
but it's
god.
your second day.
It
being
would be
there.
the first day the festival doors open at 1 o'clock and you get to enjoy it.
And this is what's happening right
Obviously
now. That's
canceled.
crazy.
Okay, so I'm checking every like 15 minutes my stakes and my shirt is like parachuting everyone and I'm looking around and everyone's tents are ready to take off and I'm looking at the distance to this is
Oh no!
yeah And a lot of the pictures I'm showing you guys are
Aftermath.
are post storm.
Yeah.
I could not bring my phone out in the storm, so you guys are gonna have to just listen to what happened during the storm. But I turned my head and what are those called, Heath?
Those canopies?
Canopies.
Like a pop-up tent?
The canopies are in the air, flying.
No.
Like
with the poles, like the
like taking off into the air.
yeah, they're all lifting.
It's like those windy videos where like a porta potty
Yes.
gets thrown.
A porta potty fell.
Oh.
The handicap porta potty, the biggest porta potty there, the largest one, collapsed over.
That's
Damn.
like
A
for the
hazmat
hurricanes.
situation happened.
During the hurricanes, we had to start tying our trampoline to the deck because one time it just flew away. A whole ass trampoline.
just flies.
With a net and everything, it just flew away.
Those videos are crazy. It's crazy how a wind can pick up something
So
like that.
strong.
And once it has enough, like just it catches the right angle, it's fucking, and it's just so dangerous where it's going to land. Like that pole just fucking.
All right, I'm going to approach this sensitively since I saw the victims there and I saw exactly
There were
what happened.
victims?
I mean,
Are those bodies?
I mean, it's not, I don't think anybody died, right? At this festival?
No one died, but like there was like
Their spirits
a
died.
huge, like demoralization because the disaster was when you see those grounds, like every single one of them had people tented there that got 3-inch puddles. Those puddles that you guys are seeing in these pictures are where tents were, where people were set up. And when I said people set up shop, I mean, you had a living room couch. Someone bought a full couch to their setup.
Wow.
Gosh.
People bought TVs. Like
They brought
when
everything that's
when,
now
When I
ruined.
looked out into the hurricane, it looked like homes just that had their walls taken away, and just nothing was left.
So
basically,
it really just wasn't funny in the moment. When everybody was there, everybody was just kind of bummed that their
the
weekend is starting
The disaster was. I mean, it turned into a refugee situation because you couldn't leave.
That wasn't.
No. It is kind of funny that you couldn't leave the raceway in your car and enter back on the same day because
There was no re-entry.
So there was no re-entry. So if you wanted to save your spot, it was like you gotta push
That's
through it.
crazy.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it,
It's kind of exciting.
it is exciting because it means that
You get to move up closer.
you're doing
That's great.
it.
You
You're
capitalize.
stronger. You capitalize
It's like
on
a
disaster.
Mr. Beast video.
Yeah.
It's like,
You survived.
It's crazy because if we were there, right, at some point you're just like, fuck it, like
Enough
it doesn't
is
matter
enough.
if I'm dirty anymore, it doesn't matter if we're wet, let's just laugh about this, and just as long as we're warm,
That's what it turned
we're
into.
gonna be hungry,
But it was hard seeing, like, people didn't have plan B. There
Yeah.
was only plan A. So plan Bs were the plan Bs that you guys saw after post tent apocalypse was made with tents from the post.
That they were
Oh my
harvesting
God.
other
Yes.
people's
Like other people's shit. Wow.
There was a massive tent graveyard where you could harvest parts to build your new canopy.
This is like a new
was-
civilization. Like this is like you're starting day one of the new world, the new world order.
Kind of sad.
Mariah, it was sad.
It's like
and-
an estate sale when someone dies.
it was
Yeah.
crazy. But like, I did feel
Oprah would have
bad.
loved this land.
Yeah, she would have ate it.
There
up.
were-
She would have bought it all up after this.
I want to say a 25% leave rate. So
Oh,
Wow.
that's actually better than I thought.
Oh, damn. So there's a lot of committed people.
yeah.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Shopify.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business making selling simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify.
And nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet.
And the not so secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going up.
So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between.
Because businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. So upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses.
Exactly. So if you're ready to sign up for your $1 per month trial period, all you have to do is go to shopify.com/unfiltered, all lowercase.
That's right. Go to shopify.com/unfiltered to upgrade your selling today.
One more time so you don't forget it. That's shopify.com/unfiltered.
Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you.
People were committed because you spend 300.
It's a lot of
it's
money.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money, and it requires time off work. A
Yeah.
lot of money. Like, that's why I do feel bad for people that like
And that's not
didn't
funny.
have
Yeah.
the plan for it, because like they kind of got like a really bad end of the stick.
Yeah.
But anyways, I want to get to this story because I was exploring out into.
We haven't even gotten to the story
Yeah,
yet.
I was exploring out into the storm.
He was just painting a picture the whole time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was just
right.
painting a picture.
Okay, so
I haven't gone to see Camp Kerbo, which was our camp that we named our cousin's camp, and we were so happy with Camp Kerbo after we finished it. Camp Kerbo
Was this like the Survivor?
Camp Kerbo was fucking gone. Camp Kerbo
Oh,
was
you worked
scattered
so hard on
all over the ground, all over the camps. Camp
Man.
Kerbo was collapsed. During my like visit to view people, see if they need water, see if they're like, that's like what we were all doing.
Yeah.
Visiting each other, because your phone, we didn't have chargers. So like very limited phone time.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Everything
Yes,
was wet.
no
You know
electricity.
your little water thing that you pick
Yeah.
up water
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you clean it. You could have made
No.
good use of that over here
I
because
could
all
have
that
been. I
water.
could have been using that to trade for everything.
Oh my god! Because if all the water's gone or it's like fucked up, you grab all that water.
Actually, I
in
will
there.
say they had a great like water response when the porta potty tipped. They like came in with the septic tank immediately and like.
Oh, that's good.
sucked
Yeah,
it.
just in case.
And they were constantly filling the water tubs. Like they had
Oh,
public
good.
water.
Oh, so that's just
They had a good
that's,
water
that's
situation.
sewage
Yes,
all over.
that's sewage.
Dog shit.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Okay.
literally.
And it would
Did-
smell.
Oh
you would
my
smell it through
gosh.
the campsite, like
Oh.
like just so, but it I mean it worked.
Those
Like,
those
it got
teepees
rid
look
of
like
it.
ghosts.
Ghost tents.
Mariah.
Oh,
there
those
was-
were the backup
okay,
tents, right?
Okay, there was like a civil war between like those are like the expensive pre-built tents, like the
You could rent
VIP,
those.
Oh, that was VIP tents.
Like you, can
None
rent
of those got lifted off.
None of those got lifted off.
Is it because it's like
They were
nailed to the?
hammered. They did have leaks though, so it maybe just as worse.
They
just
look
as bad.
nice though.
Yeah,
They were
that does
nice, they
look
were nice.
uncomfortable.
Not only that, they had electricity, so
Oh.
I had to siphon in the middle of the storm, and someone was coming. And they saw me in the middle of the lane, and he's walking down, and I'm turned my back to him. I'm like, I look back, he's still walking to me. I'm like, oh my god, what do we do? And I leave my phones there and walk out of the lane, and he comes up running behind me. I'm like, oh god, yeah, he was trying to talk to me, and he's like, are those your phones back there? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, good, just trying to make the electricity's working in the back of your tent.
Oh,
my
he thought you were
gosh.
there.
Yes, he
You
thought
got
it was
away
my
with
tent.
it?
And then, yeah.
Jordan.
He goes, "I'll trade you my tent for your two phones."
It was like they had like camp counselors at the tent, like guides that like kept walking the area. And
Oh, you did it
supporting
wrong.
people.
You should have been with them.
I know, but I didn't have them. I didn't
Oh
have that
my
tent
god,
given to
what's
me.
this? Is this the same?
Okay, so this is during my like walkout. This is one of the tents. I'm
Oh! Mariah, you see a body in there?
Oh my
It's got air.
Jordan, you
Okay.
can make money off this video.
hold on, Mariah.
It's an REI tent. Look.
That's a good promo.
That is.
Well, actually, it's not. They shouldn't do that. Best tents in town.
So I was getting my camera out like before I even saw the tent flying to me. What you guys are actually seeing is I'm walking towards this tent. And
I see.
grabbed the tent with my left hand and I tumbled like the tent.
You tried to catch it?
The tent strength.
Jordan didn't
from
make it to the
wind
Summer Olympics.
Is unreal.
You could have hurt your
So I
shoulder.
one-hand it and then I go, what you see at the cut of the video is after my tumble. And if you, yeah.
You fell on the
Yeah,
I
ground.
you
fell
did.
over and then I scraped my leg and my elbow. You'll
Show
see.
the scrape.
I don't. It healed. It healed. It healed.
It's like,
Jordan, you
oh, no,
truly
I see it.
are a
Kinda
hero
still there.
and a warrior at this
Okay, so
campsite.
I'm holding on to the tent, and you see the small little Asian woman come from the like thing, and I'm like, she's like, "You have my tent." I'm like, I need help. I need help.
That guy's stealing my tent. I'm not.
And 4 people come, and we all bring this tent, but like. Good luck. Like it's the water is gone, the wind is up. This was like mid-storm. But It did feel good. The side quest that you were on, like you asked for it, because you're walking and everyone needs help. Every single person needs help.
Oh,
so
Jordan would have been having a ball. I know it.
Oh, you too, Mariah. You would have loved to just like trying to get everybody's shit together.
Put a yellow vest on.
Yeah, right. You do a team picture like, thank you, Element Festival
with
for
a clipboard. She's like, and what are we? Let's get you these items back.
Right, you would have loved that. You would have done it for free.
That's the scar. That's
my bleeding all over your.
And then I actually went to the first aid station after because
the picture. I'm sorry, the picture, the angles.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like my dad would have sent me these pictures.
It looked like you were just walking and these were taken accidentally on your way there.
Well,
like this is a picture.
It's because I wanted to make sure if I fell in the septic water that like I was like okay.
Ew, like
in the cut.
Do not understand the like. Especially Heath, every fucking second mentioning the algae that eats your head.
You're gonna get gangrene, something.
Yeah, you actually
for saving someone's
like,
tent.
Could have gotten
like
something.
I was just thinking, I'm going to get infected for saving someone's tent.
It's like stat. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Is that you?
Oh, that was post apocalypse. The ground was still wet, and those are Cheez-Its that fell
was
out.
Cordell there
in the water.
He got that deal.
Oh, I saw.
Good for him.
I felt like I was like. In ancient Rome, we all settled down, and
Four different periods he's come up with,
and then
Civil War.
You're like the pirate time.
No, you guys don't understand. The entire time I was sitting there, it felt like Roman times, and when the hurricane hit, like
Times New Rome.
I was Heath.
A like. Wow, that's what it would be like to be a Roman citizen in an unexpected storm.
We're just missing the Colosseum.
But I apparently during the storm, the owner of the festival, like the co-owner who like hosted, came out and like was giving refugee sandwiches away.
That's what
That's
I like to see
from his own pocket. From his own pocket.
He should have got.
He pulled it out of his pocket.
Like MVP Jordan. We saw that.
Mariah, all the merch should have changed the next day to survived.
Yes.
All of them should have been.
They cancel one of the sets to present awards to everybody that helped. DC, I would be there. I'd be in the front of the line like, yes!
And most sandwiches passed out goes to Jordan Ong.
Most attempts to be a hero. Jordan Ong.
So no food. No, I thought I was not gonna eat that day.
Oh no.
That would have
been it for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then I was like, people fast all the time. What am I like
you're
freaking
good.
out about? Yeah, like I'm fine. I couldn't. At 6 o'clock, I felt like I was going to actually die.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Prize Picks.
Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members.
That's right, and Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers.
All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 players, stat projections, and watch the winnings roll in, baby.
And you can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia.
And Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy so that your lineup stays in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks, your picks are still alive.
And Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes.
And Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit.
And Prize Picks is just fun and simple. Right now I have Tyreek Hill for more than 90 receiving yards and Dak Prescott for more than 263 pass yards.
All right, good picks. Right now I have Josh Allen for less than 240 passing yards and CD Lamb for more than 96 receiving yards.
Very good. So if you're ready to get started and playing with us, all you have to do is download the Prize Picks app today and use code UNFILTERED, and you're going to get $50 instantly when you play $5.
Exactly. That's code UNFILTERED on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed.
Let's get it, baby. Prize Picks, run your game. Thank you so much, Prize Picks, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
Post-hurricane.
That looks like post
I'll talk about like the festival a little bit now. But post hurricane, everyone survived. We actually rebuilt Camp Kerbo pretty like back to normal. Like we salvaged too, and a lot of people rebuilt, and the attitude, the positivity was returning back to the festival. Like there was a regrowth, a rebuild, a resurgence.
This looks fresh.
Come back stronger.
So it made people enjoy the festival even more because they got through this such dark moment.
And I give a shout out to like a lot of people from Florida just made it known that they were from Florida.
Give them a shout out.
Shout out to my Floridians.
There you go.
And you're kind of annoying, but it's just like during the storm. It's like
kind of annoying, but
it was just like on the RV, on the truck.
Period. Stand your ground.
We did it. We're here.
Beans.
Jordan, I know there's not one person that talked like that was at this festival. There's no way had a gator that. There's no way. There's nobody like that there.
Be
Look at
surprised.
these people.
Yeah, but no, I thought these are more like,
Zane,
hipsters.
Zane.
EDM
It
people.
felt like every walk of life.
It was at a racetrack. I'm sure there was
think
quite
of the
a bit
music though, like the. It's like EDM.
I didn't talk to you guys about my neighbors, but this was really weird. During the like storm, a truck pulls up with headlights and says, "Hey, we've been like driving. We don't know where to tent. Like, is there any way you can help us? Like, whatever." They end up being my tent neighbor in the pre-built section.
Oh, what are the odds?
Like 3 hours later, I'm like, whoa.
But they didn't have anywhere to go,
Yeah.
and they ended up hours later being right next to you.
Yeah, because you get assigned a tent. So their tent was assigned next to me.
What are the odds?
Yeah, but I
think Jordan had more fun than us at Coachella.
I didn't mention this, but the noise in the tents. So like I'm hearing what my neighbors are like playing on their like stereo and whatever. But I don't like realize how loud it. Like I don't know if they can hear my voice or whatever. And I'm farting the whole
not where I thought this was
the
going.
entire second night. Just
What were you eating?
and then I decided to test the noise level, and I'm saying the neighbor's name next to me. I'm like, Ian.
Can you hear?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? So I said it so quiet, and I didn't have anything to say because I was just testing. And he's like, "What's up?" And I was like, "That was crazy, right?" Like, the storm had passed like so long ago.
He has him doing the hearing test, like Jordan will fart, and he goes.
I felt
The storm was loud last night.
I just felt so embarrassed because I was shameless in my time. I was just like, it was so bad.
Where are your friends at? Sav and all of them?
She's in a hotel.
No.
What?
Yeah, she.
They called it?
They left you?
No. They had a hotel given to them.
you by
The
yourself?
hotel is right in. It's like on the raceway.
Are you the only one that camped?
No, all of her guests camped. She was the only
Okay.
in the hotel.
Oh, got it. Oh, she
So it
bougie
makes
as
Were you guys
fuck.
were you near any of them?
We were close, but it's a walk. It's like maybe an 11-minute walk every time.
Okay.
Maybe a little shorter.
So I feel like you figured a lot about yourself this weekend.
Soul searching.
Yeah.
I really did. I don't know how we are in time, but I have one more story, I think.
No, but you can do
no.
one more story, but I have to go to dance class, so talk to you later.
Okay, so I think I'm still talking about the actual festival itself.
Yeah.
Also, Heath, my cousin was there.
Oh,
which
no
was
way.
Insane. Without me knowing at all.
Did you bump into them?
No. I found out on my way to LAX because she was sleeping at my grandma's house to leave out of Fort Lauderdale Airport to go to Pennsylvania. And my mom was like, Caitlin's going to Pennsylvania too? And I'm like, can you ask her what for? And then, yeah. So
Did you end up meeting up with her?
we met up.
Oh, that's sick.
I
love that.
I don't know if I can say this, but I ended up sleeping in my VIP pass under the gate because I never tightened mine all the way. I always
Good.
kept it a little
That's what
loose.
you have to do. You have to
Yeah,
keep it
kept
a little bit
loose.
loose.
So,
Wait, what do you mean? Why can't you talk about
He
it?
took his VIP band off to give it to his cousin under the gate. So
Ooh, no, dude, we do it all the time for Coachella. Are you kidding me? They're expensive wristbands. Why are you going to get rid of them?
I know.
Yeah.
No, you share it.
Yeah,
because
and-
that's what we're about.
Sharing is
Sharing is
caring.
caring. Exactly.
and
yeah, we literally do that every
I don't
Coachella.
think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all.
I don't think
Whatever.
it's bad too. It's like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And so we were both in, and she's like freaking out because she had no idea she was going to be this
Yeah,
close.
that's so
Like,
crazy.
It was like insane for her. And I ended up giving her my thing when I left early.
Did you give her your tent?
Yeah, I gave her everything. Tent,
Sick.
set up, because she went with nothing. she went. Her friend was a volunteer there, so they got a volunteer tent, but like they're much worse than ours.
Damn. Okay.
I think
That's good, Jordan. Look, you're helping out so many people.
Yeah, it worked out really well. And the actual event, like I said, it is a little interesting because the music didn't seem to change at any station you went to. So
it's like all the same genre.
It's all the same genre. So
Right.
it's like you kind of would stay at one stage for the entire three. Like, why even move if you're having fun?
Are any of these bands like well known, or are they all like?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Millennium. Okay,
Millennium was there.
So so is Millennium? Would you say Millennium is the biggest EDM type
that I know? Yeah. That I'm aware of.
Okay.
He was a headliner there.
Yeah, he was a huge headliner there.
All right.
And there's a bunch like Subatronics. I just don't know these bands. I'm not in. The culture just seemed like something I've never seen.
Yeah.
Like, it really just felt like I've never seen these type of people. I've been to very heavy metal. I went to Summer Slaughter in Florida.
Summer Slaughter?
Summer Slaughter.
I mean, you can't even it's just.
Jordan, that was amazing.
That was really good.
I
used to go to a concert like that all the time.
Yeah.
What was the one we used to Vans Warped Tour?
Yes.
Warped Tour was it.
What's crazy is how Vans got like their name on there. Like, imagine how much they paid for that spot. Like Vans Warped Tour.
Or did they start it?
Is it over?
I don't know.
Good question.
We should go to a Warped Tour. I remember I used to go all the time. It was so much fun.
We should go. I think it'd be a great little.
Do you guys have like a sneak-in story? Everyone has a sneak-in to Warped Tour.
I was
story.
always too scared.
You were too scared.
Yeah, no, we always
we
always paid the ticket. We paid the ticket. We got in. Yeah.
Well, like, so I've like seen. I know music genres carry their own cultist with them, right? Like,
Okay.
Like hip hop music, like you have like hip hop personas. Rock music, you have like a rock persona. Like they carry people with them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Style wise, maybe personality wise, but
Yeah.
So I have never really been around EDM people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never. So this
I've heard very nice people. They're very
It's-
generous.
everything is so loving, caring, and like you were saying,
nice.
like everybody's just helping each other out.
Yes,
Like
it felt
I
like
think
a
that's
Woodstock.
so cool.
It felt like a Woodstock.
Yeah.
It felt like a
this situation is
Woodstock.
I think to these people are the best people that it can happen to because they are actually going to help each other. Where I feel like Coachella.
That's what I'm saying.
Get your own Uber.
Yeah, not to judge, but I just feel like
It happened to the right festival.
Yeah,
like
the right festival.
So the
I don't know
right
if that's a
people-
weird thing to say, but it happened at the right festival.
Zane, you should have seen, like, I was expecting, there were obviously a lot of broken spirits, but the day after the storm, like the first morning where the sun was out, like, it was just gospel mindset. Everyone was just like, it is a beautiful day. Thank God we are in it. We are here. We survived. How are you doing, sir? Everyone's saying hi to you. Everyone's like,
That's so cool.
yes, super nice.
And I think these days everyone's just good for a good, not probably the best experience, but it is an experience. And I think that's what people like to walk away with.
Yeah.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Built.
Let's get deep, baby. We've all been there, feeling like we're burning cash with those rent checks. Mm-hmm. It's frustrating, right? But here's the deal. Built Rewards has figured out a way to make rent more rewarding. Say goodbye to the money bonfire and hello to our renters revolution with Built.
That's right. Built is breaking ground as a neighborhood rewards program that hooks you up with points on your rent. Every month, pay your rent and watch the Built points roll in.
Exactly. You're going to use points to jet off on a dream vacation. Put your points towards a flight or hotel stay with 500 plus airlines and 700,000 plus hotels and properties.
You can also use your points to book fitness studio classes, redeem them towards a future rent payment. They're designed to meet your lifestyle.
Exactly. Pay rent hassle-free through the Built Rewards app. Your rent game just got a major upgrade, baby. Built points have been consistently ranked the highest value point currency by the Points Guy and Bankrate.
So earn points by paying rent right now when you go to joinbuilt.com/unfiltered.
Exactly. That's joinbilt.com/unfiltered.
And make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Again, joinbuilt.com/unfiltered to start earning points with your rent payments today.
Thank you, Built, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you.
I only enjoyed the festival for really one night. So I had one night where it happened, and then the next day I was leaving when we were going to be departing to the festival because it's like an overnight thing. So I think Coachella's during the day. These gates open at like 3 o'clock and run until like 4 a.m.
Damn, that's kind of sick. I'm not
it
gonna
is-
lie.
it's-
I'm a night owl.
Yeah,
so
Coachella's last set is what, like 10 p.m. start.
Yeah, I think 11 p.m. is like latest. That's when everybody's walking out. Like everybody needs to.
Yeah, so this which I think is really cool, but it did feel like the whole day you're at the campsite and you're just like
hanging out.
So, and there's nothing to do besides trade at the tents and walk around. So the campsite felt like a festival.
Yeah.
And the festival felt like a festival. And it was just
People are playing their own music.
Good common music everywhere. Cool. You could probably stop at a tent and dance if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everybody had like almost like a giant tailgate mindset. So where people are like hanging out by their car.
That's what I'm trying.
With like coolers.
I could see
like,
disco balls over over
puddles.
Guys, on my first, I didn't talk about this. On my first night when I was there and I was watering the campsite, like
You're watering the campsite?
Wandering.
Oh, wandering.
I heard what?
I didn't think you needed to water anything.
Four dudes with like sunglasses, like ripped flannels, jeans, with the truck.
That was me.
Drinking beers in the back, said, "Hey, come over here. Come here. Hey, is this your first fest? You're here for all the asses, huh? All the ass and titties, huh? Just like us. Come here, get a beer, brother." I'm not joking.
What?
That exact conversation happened to me.
Oh, so it was EDM.
It was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were.
I didn't think there was a demographic of yeehaws at.
They love it. They love it. They're there. They're having fun. They're having fun. Yeah. They were. Anyways, but I want to tell you guys about when I was leaving because this story is crazy. But I had a driver supposed to pick me up from the hotel at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
The hotel was like right across the street, basically on the property. But I wanted to go into the festival one more time because I only had like one actual night there. So like I basically went in and I look at the clock and it's like I have to walk to the hotel. Like there's no transportation. I'm like, by the time I get 40 minutes, it's like a 40-minute walk. Oof. 40-minute walk, and I'm not like calculating tiredness because I'm like, I'm not gonna get tired. I'm not calculating things that I probably should have. Speed walking out of the festival felt like I was on cocaine without doing it because I was on a time limit to get to a driver out
that's
of this
waiting
festival,
for you.
that's waiting for me.
Got it.
And the walk is 40 minutes. And stalling, like the traffic, the people traffic is insane.
Yeah,
I get out of the festival and I have to run across this field. I'm running through the field. The grass is to like my ankles, and a bee stings me right on my right foot. And I look down and its thing is just in my sock inside of me.
The back of the bee.
And you can ask Heath, like, the way my body
he's
reacts,
allergic.
I don't know if I'm allergic, but like it gets so
But you love playing with bees, though.
Jordan, that's allergic. Your whole leg swells. You're allergic.
And I just felt my ankle pulsing like it needed to get out of my shoe. And I have like 30 minutes left on this walk. And I'm running out. I'm escaping. And it is just a like half-mile stretch of like me by myself on a road, like no one in sight. And I'm walking down and I get to like the point at 5 o'clock and I get a call and they're like, "Hey, your driver is hitting some traffic. Like they're not going to be there for like another like 10 minutes. I'm waiting. The driver like has to be on time because I have to drive an hour and 20 minutes back to Newark.
Yeah.
To make your flight.
For the flight.
Trying to schedule a flight that day of your leaving at festival.
So I'm actually shaking when I'm looking at the clock, and I don't want to over text the person that scheduled me, the driver.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for like it's like 5:20, and I'm like, "Hey, they're not here yet," and let me call them. Whatever. Says, "Hey, they got stuck. You're gonna need to get a lift." And
oh no!
I'm like, okay. I'm looking at the time. If like I literally had to download the app like immediately, I'm having 30 minutes right now, basically.
But also like calling for a ride at like anywhere near a festival, the wait is absurd and it's so hard just because like the traffic around the town is so like backed up.
Yes, it is like you put it in an area where it was not prepared for that.
Yeah.
The fact that you had to download the app and you didn't already have it is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy on its own.
I ran out of storage, so like Lyft was the first thing.
I think there's at least one app in your phone that you get delete to get Lyft on your phone.
Yeah.
So it says my driver is going to be here in 3 minutes. Okay. I see the white Corolla like coming. Like he's right there. He zooms past me 45 miles an hour past me. I'm like, okay, that was weird. And I call him and he goes, shit, was that you?
No.
Yes. I was like, okay, whatever. He's like, yeah, look, gets me in. His vape is the size of 2 Dr. Pepper cans. I'm not sure. Like
Yeah, it's the big
bro,
one.
I've never seen, like, it was like this. And like it was like spraying the wasp spray.
Yeah.
Like when he smoked out, like clouds.
And you know it smelled good.
It did smell good. It did
It's
smell good.
those smell so
What flavor?
good.
It smelled great.
What flavor?
I don't know.
It was
I don't know.
waffle and syrup and waffles.
Yes. Unicorn's milk. Always unicorn's milk.
Dude, it looked like it had to be two-handed, but he was holding with one hand. So
Because he's a motherfucking
okay,
G.
so
That's why.
we're driving 15 minutes, and I look at my app, and the app says I haven't been picked up yet, and I'm like, hey, did you ever like accept the ride? He's like, what do you mean accept the ride? I'm like,
What?
did you ever accept the ride? And he's like,
Where
how
was
do I
he
do-
driving?
Hold on. To Newark. But he asked me, he's like, we're going to Newark, right? I was like, yeah, I got you. And I'm even I think we're going to get there ahead of time because I explained the whole, like, I have a flight situation.
Yeah.
And right when he picked me up, by the way, I slipped him a 20.
Oh,
Immediately.
nice. Yeah, that's
the
good.
first thing I did was,
We gotta go.
Here's a 20. I have a flight. So he hasn't accepted the thing. And I'm like, you have to do it on your phone. And we're driving. I'm like, I think you should pull over because he was dead ass swerving every 3 seconds trying to navigate the Uber app. And he did the whole like open all your apps and like was like trying to find it while driving.
So you didn't feel safe in this car and you wanted to get out.
Zane, the Poconos is like driving down Mulholland.
Yeah.
So it's just like this.
Yeah, okay.
And
Vape in
was
one
like,
hand,
Vaping,
app,
yes, everything.
still with the
Everything
knee.
going on. Still rap, like a loud rap song, like playing still. I'm like, let's just pull over, like reassess the situation. Like, let's walk through
You
it.
felt like you'd rather be out of this car than make your flight.
And I did
with this
say,
drive.
and
Yeah.
I actually said that shortly.
Really?
But hold on. So we're pulled over, and he's like, "Do you know how to do this?" I'm like, "No." And he opens the lift up, and I'm leaned over from the passenger seat, going through the like lift things, and like I picked myself up, like on his app.
Is this his first like ride?
It had to be. All right. Anyways, I didn't know how to do it, and I accidentally dropped myself off like again. And so I picked myself up. It charged me $10. It dropped off. We keep driving, and I'm like, it didn't go.
I'd be like, give me back for 20.
And then I'm like, I have to schedule a ride again on my phone. He has to accept it, whatever. We're doing it. And this time I just said, can you do it? Like, accept the ride like you normally would. And he goes, and he's like, okay. And I sit in the back, and 3 minutes pass. And like, for me, it's like, instead of 30 minutes, I have 27 minutes now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I say, do you think I should get another lift?
You said that?
Yes. And he goes, what's that supposed to mean? I'm like, I just said, well, I have a flight, and if you don't know how to pick me up, he's like, I'm going to figure this out. And I am sinking because we're not in an area where I can just walk out. Yeah. It is in the middle of cornfields. There are just 2 cornfields next to me. To call another lift was like, I said it like kind of pressuring him, not actually expecting to do that. But like, anyways, I have to go back into the front seat and pick myself up again and do the whole thing. And I set my ride up, my whatever, on both phones. On my phone and the Lyft driver's phone.
You're reading like terms of service, like
dude,
trying to like
insane.
get him qualified.
It was insane.
That's
and
wild.
Everything is good. And he's like, we're both looking at the ETA. He's sweating and I'm sweating. And he is just like, we hit traffic and he is just cursing out of his mind. He's just like, you done fucked me up. And
he's pissed at you because
he's not pissed at. He's just saying this, but it sounds like it's at me, but he's just saying it at the situation.
Yeah.
Right.
But like I'm in the back, like having like childhood reminders of like your parents like cursing at the
Yeah.
like also like think I'm gonna lose my life because he looks in the back. He's like, do you mind if we go 80? And I look at him and I'm like, I don't mind. Just
get me there.
Just get me there. And This man did not mind going 80. We went 80 the whole 85 the entire way there. Trampling through. And then while we're driving, he's like, "You like house music? You were at a house festival? You were at a house music festival?" And I was like, "Yeah, I love house music." And he puts it on. I didn't realize what house music is, I think.
Yeah, house music is not EDM.
It is not EDM. I told him I was at a house music festival. And he's like, "How do you not know this song?"
I love house music.
I'm like, he's like, "What was the house music like then?" I was like, "It was this, but like a little heavier." And he's like, "I fuck with that." He's like, "Let me tell you about the rides I had today. Where you're sitting, I think the fattest asses I've ever seen sat in that seat. I got 3 of their numbers."
He doesn't even know how to work his lip.
I think he kidnapped people.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a real ride.
Yeah,
I'm like
no way.
halfway through, I'm like, I don't know how to tell if someone's intoxicated, but like there are signs. And now I'm
You don't know if I'll win the lottery, but there will be signs.
like now I'm just like seeing it happen in front of me. I'm like, what is going on? Like the aggravation, the cursing, the annoyance, the everything. It didn't stop until even the departures and the returns. No one's even in the airport. He knows I'm going to departures. He's like, "What are we doing? Well, what gate? What are we doing?" And I'm like,
What?
How old was he?
probably like 40. He was older. He was older. Yeah, he was like
What?
45.
Not what I expected.
That's
45.
crazy.
He looks more stressed than me. He looked like he just got broken up with, and like I cannot describe to you the depression on his face when I left that car.
Oh, he was sad to drop you off? Oh,
Yeah,
he was loving the ride.
I think he was loving it, but not only that, he was just like, because in the beginning of the ride, he was going off that like, "Man, I love driving around the Poconos," like telling me about his childhood. Like he got pretty deep with me like the whole way through. Mind you, it was just constantly interrupted with the lift situation going on. So I never like, he took our conversations like really heart to heart. Yeah, he was.
It.
But anyways, I ended up making my flight.
Wow, I'm actually like that type of situation. I'm surprised you made the flight.
Yeah.
I would have called it. I would have gave up. I'd have been like, I'll just book the next flight out.
I just got there, and then I had like a 7-hour layover in Arizona. Then I flew here, and I was.
You had a 7. You have to sit 7 hours in the air.
I got to Arizona at I think 11:57, and my next flight out was at like 5:45.
There's no
to
way.
LA
In the morning?
in the morning.
There's
And-
no
Oh
way
my
you sat at the airport for.
Oh no! I made like a whole bed and bench. And
He just
everything.
took his tent out and just fucking
Yeah, right.
camped out.
And there's something about looking homeless but not homeless that like you can kind of get away with like setting up a little thing, because I moved 3 couches together right next to the United line and turned my back to the
In this outfit.
in this outfit to the hostess stand. I just what are they? I don't know what they are.
The ticket counter.
The ticket counter. And I just turned my back and put headphones in. And hey, they let me sleep for 7 hours.
You know they kept their eye on you though.
Yeah,
They're
they
like,
did. What would you have done if you woke up and missed your flight? Like you like
No.
overslept?
They tried me. That 1 a.m. or some shit. They tried me because the vacuum guy came. He did not have to get as close as he did to me. Like he didn't. Dude.
He was lifting
Literally
your
fucking
bed.
like lifted, like
yeah,
bumping
the
me.
radio. They're like, hey, can you vacuum like right next to him? Let's try to get him up.
I'm like, oh
It's like when your mom pulls the hose out when you're younger. It's like sucking your hair in your head.
they also come like right when you're about to fall asleep, and then it just ruined it. And the vacuum guy came. Then they had to replace the like fucking ceiling lights.
The one
And
directly
they
above
had-
you?
Yes, they had a whole like device guy going up on a thing. So it was crazy.
Oh, it was all pre-planned
I
for
think
sure.
it had to be.
They were trying to get you out without getting you out.
I think so.
And then when he got on the plane, the pilot was asking Jordan how to work the controls so they could get home.
Oh, an unfiltered fan on the plane. Or
No way.
flight attendant. Yeah,
Oh.
and she was super nice. She was
Oh,
like, "Can I get you
nice.
anything? If there's anything you want, like let me know."
Damn, she took care of your ass. She's like,
did,
well,
she
you want to
did.
sit first class?
Looks like you had a rough trip, honey.
She did.
I saw the stories. Damn.
She was super nice.
Well, you had a wild ass weekend,
I
Jordan.
did.
That's
I
crazy.
had a lot of fun.
What's
Damn.
crazy is so he had that flight in the morning, landed, and came straight to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you had like this whole layover. I thought you were already here that night before.
Yes, I know. Because I was originally going to fly into LAX, I thought, so
Damn.
that didn't happen.
Committed. And went to work that day. Committed.
I got some sleep at the airport.
A little trooper.
I got some sleep.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, Jordan, that's why we love you. You got some crazy ass fucking stories, man. I haven't had a crazy story like that in a really, really long time.
And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Yeah, I know. I want a little bit more excitement
It's like
in my life like that.
I respect it. I don't think I want to live through it.
Yeah.
But like it's something that if it happens, you're like you just gotta accept like in the moment.
It's type 2 fun.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely
looking back at it is really fun.
Yeah.
It's really weird, but I enjoyed the whole thing.
Yeah. That's good though. But you also like you're a good sport about being in a situation like that and not getting like worked up or upset and like it doesn't ruin your time if something's not going how you planned.
Yeah. And like seeing other like the people you came with, like they're kind of like feeling a little down. Like it's nice to go over and like just like support them.
You're the
like,
person to
back.
bring the joy.
Yeah, it was nice. I know how scary hurricanes are, and like I can't imagine if that was someone's. It could be someone's first.
Yeah.
In a tent, experiencing that.
Yeah.
So it was less like
Stress levels are high.
Yeah, going back and seeing everyone happy after the thing was just, it was incredible.
That's good. And there was one more day after you left, right?
There was one more day after I left, yeah.
So I'm sure the weather got even better.
And that day was perfect for everyone.
Good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
See, it always comes around, man. It always comes around. The good days.
I can't get over the whole bartering system and like people just like trading things. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. You talk about it all the time though. You kind of want life to go to a point where people like trade instead of like having to pay for shit. And
I would love like some sort of like bartering system where you just like you have something that you're good at making, like some sort of goods that you can provide.
Yeah.
And somebody else is like, I make really good chairs, and you're like, well, I have a crazy apple tree. I'll trade you 3 buckets of apples for a homemade chair.
But in your case, you could just be like, I'll tag you on Instagram.
I'll give you a shout out.
Well, I do feel like the EDM audience is our new hippies audience.
Yeah.
Like
that's what
hippie,
like
hippie music doesn't exist anymore. So is psychedelic music, but it transitioned into the EDM crowd. So what you are experiencing is that like modern day hippie ideology, and they are very much against like using money, using currency, using things, and even talking to all of them, like everyone has a different opinion on something. Like they are someone was giving me like sodium to put in your water because like you're supposed to have sodium with water to make your stuff like that. Like they're very health conscious people and think like they're being poisoned by the government, and just like I don't know, you meet a lot of interesting people and you hear a lot of interesting things. But the whole trading thing, is just purely because all of them are like heavily against currency and are trying to promote trading as a natural thing. It is sad that it's just exclusive to a festival, but
also too, I feel like most people that are going to festivals like that, they themselves are very artistic, so they're making goods like. Whether it be like dream catchers or some sort of like really cool tapestry, like people are making like cool art.
You would have loved it.
I love that stuff. That's so sick.
You would like it, and
they are creatives.
A center for trade would be so cool, and people down on their money that want something.
I wonder there's nothing like that for people like trading. There's no site where you can like trade things.
I mean,
it's really hard to like set that up. But
one reason I like Facebook Marketplace so much and like OfferUp is because people will post things and they'll be like, they have this for sale, whether it be a car or something. They're like, I'll take this much cash or a trade for something that they specifically want.
I think they should put on there, like on Facebook Marketplace, saying, willing to trade this for something of yours.
They do.
Oh, they do have that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to like deal with the whole, like, it's just like, I have something that I no longer find joy in or I'm ready to part with, and you are too. I have what you want, you have what I want, and let's just trade it. It's equal. Even if it might not be the best deal for one person or the other, like that's what they're looking for.
And it honestly cuts a middleman. It saves time.
It's just so easy.
Yeah.
I think it's so sick.
I also like that it's like not dealing with cash, so there's something that feels how do I say it? Like good? Morally good about trading.
Yeah.
Or it's either like that or like just go back to straight cash. I miss
Yeah,
cash.
I know. That's why Japan was so good for you guys.
Yeah, everything was
everyone
cash
has a coin
there.
purse in Japan. I know.
That was
I think
cool.
That's so cool. But here, no offense, when I see cash only places, I get so pissed.
Really?
Well, yeah,
I don't carry cash anymore. Like, because why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I usually, like, most of the times when I see signs, it's like no cash. Like, I feel like I rarely ever see like a cash only type thing now.
If you see that means the machine just broke down like maybe an hour ago and they have no other option. They can't like shut it. They can't shut the store down.
Yeah. But I love like for valet, like I love having cash on me instead of like
that's when I have cash in my like a little compartment. It's like only for valet or somewhere where I need to like
yeah.
You need to shop more in Asian places because they only accept cash.
Really?
And it's just like they are vicious for that. Like you go to any Chinese store, restaurant that's family owned, it is cash or spend $15
because you don't have to because you don't have to what's the word?
Pay,
report it in.
Because you take the money, like someone gives you cash, you take it, you spend it on something else, and it's like you're not paying any taxes on that transfer.
I love that, like, you gave me cash and I just go give this cash to somebody else. But also another thing with like businesses, they charge so much money to use a credit card machine and to be able to
they do. It's like 15%. How much percent?
It's something like
it
way
depends
more
on
than
what it
should
is.
be.
I think Amex is the most. A lot of places don't accept Amex because they charge like a crazy.
It has the highest rate for like being able to charge that card.
That doesn't make any sense.
Was there any taxes back that like it? The only reason why they're able to know if you're paying taxes or not is because you have a bank account or you like it's all like through technology, like through computers.
So like you still back in the day, you would still have like whatever company you worked for, you would still have tax forms that you would get at the end of the year for working for a business.
Oh, got it. But like I feel like
sales tax existed. That's where the Tea Party tax came from. A tax put on tea.
Yeah.
On just tea.
But yeah, so you would still report taxes and stuff, but a lot of businesses would be cash only. So say if you're a business owner and you were dealing with that, there was ways to go around like so what income you were claiming you made.
Yeah. It's probably so easy to get away with that shit back then. Like no one was actually following it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Yeah.
You're like, I made $3,000 last year.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay, Jordan. Well, thank you for coming on, sharing. I'm glad I finally got to hear the stories.
I've been waiting a couple weeks for this story.
I've been waiting to hear it. Hope you guys liked the episode. Thank you for watching as always. Also, make sure to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Zane and Heath. We keep these cameras rolling. You get an extended cut of every single podcast. It's just like a bonus episode within the episode. We also do a dedicated bonus episode every single month on our Patreon. We do a live Q&A every single month and just BTS stuff. It's a really cool time. And again, patreon.com/Zane and Heath.
Also, please make sure to check out our peanut butter powder brand that we became a part of just a few weeks ago. We've loved the brand so much. We've been eating it for the past year. Now we're a part of the company.
Feels so great.
It feels so good. Theflavoredpbco.com. They have so many flavors. My favorite flavor, to be specific, is cookies and cream. I think it's the best flavor that they have.
That and fudgy brownie.
Yeah, you can put it in your yogurt. You can use it as spread on your toast. You can eat it with your fruits.
Dip your strawberries in it.
There's so many different ways you can use this, and it honestly, it's super healthy. The ingredients are very minimum. It is made out of peanut butter, so if you're allergic to peanuts, you definitely cannot eat this. I've had a lot of questions about that, but that's definitely helped me get to my goal weight, was eating that for dessert every night.
It's definitely the best thing for kicking like a sweet tooth, especially in the morning. At night, that's when I get my cravings. And very, very healthy alternative, way less fat than typical peanut butter, and it's just honestly delicious. So if you want to check it out, theflavoredpbco.com.
Make sure to use our promo code Zane and Heath at checkout.
All right, guys, we love you. We're gonna jump into the unwind right now. We'll see you in a second. Patreon.
Mwah, love ya. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye, guys.